Thank you.
God, did you use this smile and like her?
Actually, it's a smile that is one of the things that moved me. I met her from Facebook.
Met her on Facebook.
And I sent her hi and where is this man coming from Facebook? You want to scam me? You want to you want to kill me? She was not giving me attention. I have to leave her. So I leave her for like 2 years. Just one prayer. I said, God, if she's my wife, let nobody should take her. After that 2 years she graduated and I say hi again. Then she gave me attention.
No. I'm saying the truth. No, because I saw his picture with another lady. You want capture like that? No man. I was like, look at this guy that was with my own boss. All this, they are the same job. Two of my pastors, they prayed. They also asked me to pray. He mentioned Abraham. He has not met him. That him too, his spirit went with the name. Kept talking and making plans for the marriage. Then a point he went to.
I'm not seen too.
We've still not seen. He went to.
So you planned your marriage without seeing each other.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Yes, that's the truth actually. When you came and I saw you, I was blushing. I was actually very shy. So.
First time you met.
That was the first.
Was that your intro?
Yes,
yes.
With my parents.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like your smile particularly, madam.
Thank you.
God, did you use this smile and like her?
Actually, it's a smile that is one of the things that moved me.
Move you?
Yeah, the first day.
I like your face, the way you said the things that move you. Smile.
Yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth. Yeah, I have to express it from my heart. So that's why my face show it is like that. Yeah.
Smile, one of the things that moved me.
Yeah, that's one of the things that moved me. Actually, a lot, but that's one of the first thing that moved me.
I help my husband in his business. He's a real estate developer, so I work as the GC of his company.
Family thing. Don't let love follow, please. Love, don't fall. Sit down there. Okay, so when I came in here, the first thing I noticed, to be honest, is the pictures, the wall. And for me, that's a reflection of the kind of home that we have come into. Like, I see a lot of love everywhere. See Teddy holding love. See Happy Valentine's Day. See pictures everywhere. How much do you love your wife?
In fact, even though the greatest mathematician in the whole world can't calculate or cannot express how much I love my wife, you can't get the answer. If it were to be a project to solve, I'm not sure you can get an answer to it. I love her unconditionally. I don't know why I love her. When you can define something, that's when you can find solution to that thing. So I cannot even define it. I don't know how I love her. I don't know why I love her. It's unconditionally.
Oh. Okay. How did you start? How did you come about this love matter? Because now that you have loved her unconditionally, is she the first person you are loving unconditionally like this?
Okay. Actually, she wasn't the first person I loved like that. But in everything in life, there are factors, there are limitations to things. Something will always come to obstruct things in life. Yes, actually, there was a lady I loved like that before, because I'm the type that I don't love easily. But once I love, no break. No break. So there was a lady like that, I loved like that when I was in Port Harcourt, 2017. And I had intention of, since I say when I love, no break, I don't have time to say I want to play, because I don't even have time. My mission is to help people build their wealth, so there's no time. So, but at the end of the day, I realized that my parents didn't love her. They were against her from because of where she come from, which I might not mention that. But my parents were engaged, and I told myself, there's no home I will go that my parents will not support. Because once they don't support, I've seen a lot of marriages. Before I came up with this kind of conclusion, because I've watched a lot of marriages that crash, and some are still battling, and some I read from books that when your parents are not in support of you, it could be both sides or one side. You have to pray over it to make sure that everything is balanced. And if you pray and you discover that it's nothing positive is coming out, it's better you jackpot down. Thank you for praying me that word. Down when you enter it, because the wife will definitely, there will be no peace. And of course, every parent, the mother side want to support the mother, the father side wants. So that is the beginning of that's when problem will start coming from. And no matter how you promise, want to build your home, God's love and the rest, you may not achieve your goal. So I discovered that girl, no matter the way I love her, expressing how much I love her, just like I said, my parents were the obstacle I had, and there was no show, because my dad told me specifically that he's not stopping me to marry her, but he won't attend it. If my father cannot attend my wedding the first day, then I've just seen that fatherly blessing in it. Because I used to tell people marriage is all about the traditional aspect, the father blessing. It's one of the keys. So that means the father blessing will not be there from my side. So I have to pack out.
Where did you now go and see this fine woman to be loving like this?
Okay. Yeah, I met her from Facebook.
Met her on Facebook?
Met her on Facebook. Before I used to see, before I even decided to talk to her, I first saw her on Facebook, just like you asked. I met her on Facebook, and I sent her hi, and this kind of ladies that carry they believe when a man says, where is this man coming from Facebook? You want to scam me? You want to kill me? On Facebook, a lot of impressions people have from social media.
Issues that people had with Facebook lovers in the past.
Exactly. So I think that was her impression. And again, she's that kind of person that love focus. She loved God. Yeah. So she was concentrating on God and also academics. I think then she was in 200 level, so I cannot define exactly. But I sent her hi, and we were trying to talk. She was not giving me attention. No attention. So, and since there was no attention, but me, I had the impression that I want to correct this notion about people saying Facebook love is not real. I told myself, and as a social media consultant, I believe that I will achieve that. So she was not giving me attention. I have to leave her, because I believe that if I start forcing her, it might worsen the whole thing. So I just said, okay, let me give her some time, maybe because of academic pressure to the level, and also the focus or whatever. So I have to leave her, and that was when I went to the other lady. So I leave her for like a year or 2 years or so. No, 2 years.
You left her for 2 years?
Yes. But I was still observing her. I was still observing her. And one of the first things that moved me, just like I said earlier, was anytime she posts picture, she posts decent pictures on Facebook with smile. She posts decent pictures. As in, I've not seen, I tried to glance through her pictures. I've not seen a day where I see a picture that does not glorify God. It's not that I'm perfect, but I love God. So I fear God, and I love somebody that love God and fear God. So I used to check her pictures throughout. No way. I said, okay, this person is very nice. I've not studied her. We have not talked. I told you she was not giving me attention, but that was the first impression that I had concerning her. That this person that is posting kind of decent pictures, she's one of. I mean, she should be a person that loves God. So, and I left her for 2 years to study her, to give her time, maybe academic pressure, whatever, because I've been there. Let me leave her and still be studying her. But I made a prayer that, God, if actually she's my wife, let her not be engaged. When I mean engaged, it's not like you are dating. When if I get anybody can ask you out at any time. So somebody said any girl that's not yet married is in market. Anybody can price the person. So I was not having problem with that. You can price, but if you can take her home, that means she's not my wife. And my faith doesn't fail me. I'm the kind of person I've studied myself. So that's the prayer I pray. Just one prayer. I say, God, if she's my wife, let nobody should take her. So the question I'll ask her then whenever I go back to her is, are you seriously engaged? Not engaged, seriously engaged. That means somebody that will take you home, and I will not drag. Not I know that is the answer prayers. But at the end of the day, after the 2 years, and the prayer was, if she's engaged, she's my wife, before she graduates, it's not like permanent something now.
Come and say yes.
Yeah, something can be yours, and if you don't go for it, say you leave it like that, it might go for another person. So I didn't leave it permanently. I just make a deadline. I said, if she's mine before she graduates from school, or at most when she graduates from school, if I ask her, let her say I'm engaged. If she's engaged to somebody else, that means she's not my wife. If she's free, as I first talked to her 2 years ago, that means she's my wife. And when I saw her picture, all those graduation final years pictures with different, like thank God for stress, all those stuff, and I wake up again. I don't, because I used to check her, I'm a follow-up person. As a business person, there's what called follow-up. So I've been followed up on this business. Yeah, I followed up. So despite I was not talking to her for that over 2 years, I was following up in me personally. So the way I did physical follow-up was after that 2 years she graduated, and I say hi again. Then she gave me attention, and I started asking her. The first question I asked her is, are you engaged? Because I don't believe in when you go to mountain and fast for 2 years or past a point, this person is your wife. That's when I've seen a lot of people that believe like that, and at the end of the day, I'm not saying it's not good, but right, there's still a problem in the marriage. So I believe in, let me pray within myself and get it right towards it. And thank you, sir. Because I discovered as a business person, even relationship too, you have to apply them. As well as a business person, if you don't get your client attention, you cannot even express words. So I said, how do I get attention? I think I quoted something and she gave me attention. She answered, no, I'm not yet. I'm not yet engaged. But, and I hear but. I said, but it's not my issue. The prayer, I said, the earth is the Lord and it's finished. You have left. So it's not that, but I know you are in market, so but will be there. So what was it? But she said, I have about, I think 5 or 6 persons, on our matter. So by making me, I'm the sister. I love this kind of challenges. When someone tell me like that, I love something challenges. I don't give up in things. Don't give up in things until it's not mine. So when she tell me that, so that's not a problem. Since the first answer, prayer has been answered, it means you are my wife. I said it. We started talking, I started interviewing her, and ask her about her genotype. Because I don't want to say let us engage first time. All those things are not. People make this kind of mistakes. You are in love terribly with somebody to the level that marriage is close. No, then you are even. I don't know how to put it. It will be hard for you to, and you put problem in the children, your offspring, the children you give birth to. They'll be the ones suffering all those things. So I don't want that. Because I've suffered in life, so I don't want my children to even suffer in anything. So I said, okay, no matter how I love her, I have to still consider the future too. And when we start having problems in the future, it's two of us that will be suffering. So I better ask her first. I can say, what's your genotype? She said that genotype is AA. And I told her my own is AA. We are communicating already. We are flowing. That day I choke. That day I eat very well. I said, yeah, I'm making progress. So she say AA. I say, that is number one. See, that's the major thing. I will even stop this. AA. So I say plum. There's what we call plum in engineering, where something is balanced. I say plum. Okay, I asked her again, what is your blood group? She told me O+. So, and I told her my own is A positive, A+. I said, these things are flowing very well. So I said, okay, well, that means God is at work. Then I've not even called any pastor. It's not about pastor now. I'm the one doing the thing myself. Yeah, so I asked her all those things that make everything clear. Remember, I've not seen her. All these things I'm saying, I think a year has gone. After I say I waited for 2 years, another year has gone, making third year. I've not seen her, I've not seen ourselves like that. I started, caring for her and a lot of stuff like that. Because I believe that one of the things that ladies want is care. So I observed that. How do I know? I just asked her. Because you see, I should tell you everything. That's
tell me. So
how do I ask? I say, this one you have graduated, have you eaten and stuff like that. It's not about asking now, it's about finding the solution. So some will just ask you for nothing, all those private, like that's what I believe that's what she's against. If you ask, I believe that what she's after is what she was against is if you just ask me, have you eaten? Have you provided the food? You know, those kind of questions. So I said, okay. Then I don't even have much, but I believe that even though it's 2,000, I sent is something. Because then I don't even have anything doing then, even when I was preparing for marriage then. So, and I asked her, she said, you have not eaten. And she complained about her project, something like, it's not even eating. It's not about eating, but the project stuff like that. That she needed money to print something from cafe, things like that. You know, nah, guy no go waste time. Even though the last money we get. So that thing I had 3,000 with me then or 2,000. So I fired the whole. I sent me a account number. And I felt something. She appreciates. That's another thing. So me, once I'm dealing with you, maybe because I'm a business person, I'll be observing, I'll be studying you. There's what they call emotion, when you do things emotionally. So I used to observe her, the way she expressed her gratitude towards that 3,000. I said, guy, that means if you blow, you give this, you allow this lady 1 billion naira or 10 billion naira. As in, when you have money, that means this lady will, appreciate more. Because I've seen a lot of home, even they matter the money, there are still problems. So I study her. If she's a material, no, she's not. So being a material person does not mean you should suffer your wife. Underline that, but you know what I mean. When somebody will ride limousine tomorrow, the wife will say, Ogani, go and buy limousine. You know, stuff, putting husband in pressure. So I use that to study her. Because I've met a lot of ladies, which I told you before. When you even send something like that, they even say it's too small. As in, they will tell you, they will make you feel bad, and you know that with that 3K, it will go a long way with you. So I think with that, I study and I balance a lot of things.
Okay, let me come to her for a while. She's been smiling and enjoying this whole thing. I'm going to ask you, for how long have you known him? When I say known him, I'm not talking about when you met him, but when you started talking, for how long have you known him?
Okay, I think 4 years. That's from the first time he inboxed me. Yeah, he hired me on Facebook. Though we've been friends, like after he sent me message, I was actually not interested because if relationship don't deal with you, your heart will not be kind of stone. That kind, you don't want anything that will put you through emotional trauma and all that. So I was very skeptical about relationship. I just want to focus on God, my academy, because I know that's the only thing that could give me joy at that point in time. And I discover purpose, a lot of things to do with ministry and other things. So I had to focus on it. So when he buzzed me, I was like, this one, Facebook. And the way he was asking me questions, personal questions, I said, see this, I want to use marriage to just trick me or something. I'm not desperate. I'm not that kind of a lady and all that. So a time came, he was calling. He said, am I disturbing you? I said, yes.
That's the first question, because I know when she changed her body.
I said yes. He said okay, that he's sorry, and he stopped calling. Even me, I didn't call back. I don't.
When you stopped calling, did you miss that?
Say the truth.
No. I'm saying the truth. No, because my mind was not there. It's not like it's somebody I know. We are not friends, so I don't think there's any connection at that point in time. So after a while, some years, I rounded up with projects. He sent me message. Meanwhile, within that year that he stopped chatting me, I saw his picture with another lady. You want capture like that? I commented on it though. Congratulations and all that.
How did you feel when you saw the picture?
No man.
Maybe you probably thought the guy left you and went.
I was like, look at this guy that was with my all this guy, the same job. So I just said congratulations, I'm happy for you. So I kept quiet, I didn't chat him up. So after a year, like 2 years that I finished project, he said congratulations. He came to the inbox, and so immediately he started again. I quickly went to his profile to look for that picture. And
I said this, don't spoil
I
guys.
quickly
Like,
typed
that's what I felt.
full stop. I commented full stop. Then I deleted it because I know Facebook will give you notification and you take it back to that post. So I didn't say anything. I didn't actually type anything. When I did that, Twitter, I locked off that. So when he came, the explanation and everything. I said no, we are friends now. Nothing. It's not like you're in a relationship with me that will make you to explain. You don't owe me any explanation and all that. So it was like, but he still has to cleanse it because you know the reason why he was coming. Then at the point when I was graduating, I had so many suitors hungry. I don't know. Everybody wanted to marry Treasure. So I was confused. The rich, the average, the poor, everybody were just together. Like when you have so many persons on ground and some persons they are your spec, but you're confused. So I have this kind of mindset. I believe everybody is entitled to a perception about life. So we learn every day. Maybe as time goes on, I might renew that perception. I believe since I have something to do with ministry in line, since I'm ministry inclined, God have to direct me regarding my marital choice because I don't want to miss it. I want to know. So now I have this. I used to tell guys, don't tell me God said you are my wife. Tell God to tell me He's the one. I need to see it because I'm His child also. So anything is revealing to Him, He has to reveal to me too. So when I said that, so any guy that comes with, some of them that came, they were like, God said I've been praying in the mountain. God said, yeah, because they saw I was a church person, I was spiritual. They wanted a wife that could pray for them and all that. So that was the point of attraction because most time in fellowship, my prayer time, so they see all that. So most of them wanted, okay, a pastor, you can go as a pastor. So I see they were coming, God said no. So I was praying about it. I don't want to just reject everybody. So anybody that goes, say, give me time to pray about it. I'm not saying yes, and I'm not saying I just need time. So when I've prayed about it and I'm not convinced, I'll just let you know. I to take the shortest of time, but I just want to be certain. So when you came, I said you're even the number 6th person on the list. At a point, you know, as a lady, you think about your financial security. I'm being realistic here, okay? Because I've suffered a lot, and I don't want that kind of life that my children will not have everything they need. They lack the basic amenities. I don't want that kind of life. Though I'm not materialistic, but I'm a vision-minded person. So if I must be attracted to you at a point, number one, you must be vision-minded and goal-oriented. Then God-fearing, that one is.
You must have money.
No, even if you don't have the money, you don't just tell me you have vision. I must see you working on it. Even things are not working out right now, I believe it will work out, but be working on it. Don't just tell me you have vision and you're not doing anything. No. Because number one thing I did when I asked what he does and all that, I try to do research on what he does, so I'm able to contribute to what he does. Because my mentor told me something. He said anybody you must settle down with, you should be able to connect bodily with the person, emotionally, psychologically with the person. So I've learned all those things, and I listen to people a lot, so I try to apply them on my relationship. So I know those things I was doing, they are just me. It's not like I was trying to impress him or anything. So I was like, okay, I've prayed about it, but to be sure, I'm going to send you my pastor's number, because if I can trust you with my spiritual life, spiritual growth, I don't think I should shut you out of my marital choices. That's my opinion, my perception, and it worked for me. So if I'm able to trust you, that which I value as the most important in life to me, then this one, you should also be part of it, because I believe they've helped me attain some level of spiritual growth. I could trust God for those persons. Aside other counsel, prophecies they've given me, I've seen it come to pass. So I'm so certain, I'm sure about it. So when I sent the number with these people that were coming, I was trying to, okay, with this person, see which of them goes with my vision and all that, which of them. So I told him, okay, I'm into ministry. This is what I'm called to do. It was like he will support me. that he don't have a problem with that. Anything I want, he's going to support me. That he's not a minister, he's a business person, but he will ensure he give me the maximum support that I needed. So we were praying. He called my pastor. I was surprised. I was like, you guys,
pastors. So he
serious?
gave me 6 contacts.
6 passports.
Yes.
Just one. No.
Not just one. I look at the list. I say,
On top marry.
So I was
Just
like,
to marry.
marry.
So I was like, okay, out of the 6, like at least 4 will have the same answer. So if it varies, that means there's something wrong. I didn't want to just, okay, it's not like I'm doubting them, but I need to be so sure, because I try to study people that in my line of ministry and catering coma and all that. I discovered they had issue with marriage and all that. So I wanted to be sure. I'm not saying doing that we might not have arguments, no, but yeah, we will. But how you handle it and all that, 2 different people, of course, they will fight and all that. So after that, he called, I prayed about it, I have peace. It was when I was seeing the rich one, and what I was seeing was not favorable.
You've seen the rich ones.
Hey, I was like, they try to buy you with gifts. So I make a resolution not to get any gifts from any of them, because of course gift will be cloud your sense of judgment actually. And that point was very critical for me. Already in the house, my mom is saying, this one will come, you say no, this one will come, you say no. You know the African parents mentality, you're finishing school and all this. So I was like, okay, let's pray about it. So after the whole stuff, those ones,
All those times we have not seen.
we have not seen actually. We have not seen.
How many years gone now?
Like almost 4 years. Yes, almost 4 years.
We have not seen.
So we
Everything
got
is online.
talking. When I was, some of them, they were my ministry, the pastors among them, they were so concerned. I just asked a question. Okay, this is my line of ministry. This is your, the vision is still God's word, but I know the assignment I'm called to do. How are we collaborating this if eventually we get married? I say no. No woman has a vision of her own in ministry that I have to support and make their own growth. I was like, no, this is not what God told me. I had to take it serious. I know it was not working out. I prayed. So 2 of my pastors, they prayed. They also asked me to pray that anything I get, if it's wrong, they will tell me it's wrong, but I should pray and get the answer. When I prayed, I told him, Daddy, this person I've not seen before, but he's the one that is giving me peace out of all this person. He now said,
He's the one that has nothing.
and he's the one that has nothing. So before I even told him the name,
No money.
no money, nothing. So before I even told him the name, he mentioned Abraham. He has not met him, remember? So he mentioned Abraham. Okay, and I say yes. That he didn't say okay that him too. His spirit went with the name. About 3 of them. Even my younger brother, who is the head man of God, he's very. So I sent him, and he prayed. He said, okay, he gave me go ahead and all that. So giving the go ahead, one morning after I had a dream and some visions like that. That morning he called me, said, have you not gotten your answers still?
4 years now.
Yes. He said, have you not gotten your answers still? I said, I've gotten my answer. Okay, let me give it a try. I'll trust God for you. And I said, okay, I'm not saying it might work out, it might not work out, because even if God said this is the person, your action might make it work out, or it might make or mar the relationship. So I said, let me give it a try. I'm trusting God for you. Since I believe it's God that gave me the conviction and all, but I blindly trusted him. So we started making plans for marriage. He told me he was not joking, he was serious and all that, knowing my genotype and everything. So the one thing that amazes me was a point he sent me some money in school to keep for him. You can imagine. I was like almost 50,000 thereabouts. Yeah, he sent me money to keep for. And this person have not seen me. Why will you trust me with your money? He didn't ask for it.
You were testing her, yeah? Were you testing her? What were you trying to do?
Actually, it was a test.
It was a
I
test.
was not expecting the money.
So,
Like if you know that kind of money, like since it was a test. If you later go, you know that it was your test that gave birth to that. So
Go with the 50,000.
and I know that she's not my wife, because I know that money that I believe that money that will make in this life is more than that.
So TK test, you passed it.
So for months he didn't ask me. I was actually broke in school, but I have this principle, like if you give me something to keep, I should be able to give it to you when you really need it, because I don't like people doing that to me. Like when I want something I give to you, I don't get it. I don't really, it's been my habit. Even my mother, my siblings, they all know that. So I kept it, no matter how broke I was and all that. I'll still make do with what I have. So one morning he asked me to send the money back to him. He sent me the account over. I sent the money. So he sent me 10,000 naira back. I remember that I should use it for my upkeep. He was surprised. I didn't say anything. I was like, my mind was like, this guy. So he wanted to test me, because me, sometimes I somehow, maybe it's a gift to me, I'm a spiritual person, so I have foreknowledge of what will happen. So my instincts, they are very so I would like some things, maybe I'm aware of it, it will not happen. So I sent me back. From there we kept talking and making plans for the marriage. Then a point he went to,
I'm not seen too.
We've still not seen. He went to
So you planned your marriage without seeing each other?
Yeah.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
Yes, that's the truth actually.
That's the
The conversation, they all.
You planned to get married without seeing each other physically?
Yeah.
But I know that we're going to
Because-
see during the marriage, like, it will not be like
Before.
online
I know,
marriage.
Yeah.
You just started planning. Was it because of location?
No,
Or-
it's Lagos to.
He was in Lagos.
I was
Me,
in
I
Lagos.
was
He
in
was in
Kaduna,
Zaria.
in Zaria
Yeah,
school,
ABU Zaria.
in ABU Zaria. So the distance, and one thing with me, come to my house, I wouldn't. Even there was a time he came to Kaduna, I was doing my IT with AIT. Then, so he asked me to come meet him in the hotel. I told him no, if he could not come down to my workplace.
Mbano. Let's not start there.
So something happened like that. We didn't see. I said, "Oh, what's my business? You should go now."
The first time you saw him, were you somehow disappointed? Why this guy come? Why he come dry like this? Why he come long like this? Why he neck come? Were you disappointed?
Usual self on Facebook, like his site, everything.
So what you ordered versus what you got?
Yeah, the perfect delivery. It was a perfect delivery. I want seen again. When he sent me a message, one of the things that that caught my attention, but I just formed strong girl now. That kind of thing was like the dresses wear. Yeah, and that's one of my I love guys that dress that dress.
I like the way you are even blushing.
No, I love guys that have a fine dress sense. Even if you don't have much, look classy, look neat in what you can afford.
Those are the things that attracted you to him.
Yes, physically.
Just like our
yeah,
smile.
and his smile, his dimple. Don't worry. I love guys with dimple. I was actually praying that my son, yes, takes after him. So I was praying all that, and it happened when he came to the house. He went to my aunt's house first. They entertained him, they saw him, they called me, they were like, "Hey, your husband to be is very fine though." I was like,
I think that was what people because it's not easy.
I
You
was
were dating online.
online.
So for how many years did you date online? Precisely, if we were to give or take, plus or minus.
5 years now.
Let's say 4 years, 4 years
at most,
there
let's say
about
4
at
years.
once.
You dated online for 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah. So
let's say 4 years.
when my aunt said, your husband is fine, oh, he said, treasure, you have you know this kind of African aunts now. I was like, okay, I have hope, because if that my aunt will say he's fine, that means he's fine, because the woman is so he made plans, he came back. When he came back, when I saw him, I was blushing. I was actually very shy. So my sister,
I was smiling. The parents were like happy, but I don't know that me and her we have not seen. So even she was trying to use her to trace. You don't let the parent to know now. Me, I was already shining because people were coming to greet me. I said, no, this is not in my mind, this is not the lady. Then meanwhile, my father-in-law was like saying, welcome my son. But my eye was just people. The mom came, they greet you. They didn't know that we have not seen until she came in.
And the amazing thing that particular day that he came was that I just described the place from Lagos to Benue State. It would take quite a while, but he arrived earlier than planned. So I had no time to do makeup, I had no time to change.
So in a natural.
She was not wearing putting on slippers because she was walking. I think
I
she
was
was doing something. She was at the
watching.
backyard. Also.
At the back.
So they just call her somebody that your friend is around. No, like,
I
so
say, which
believe
of
she
my
know me.
friend will come like this? I know, okay, he will not arrive this time. Now, even if he
1200.
comes, he was going to come. He said, I don't scare. When I saw you, I was like, Jesus. I was like, Jesus. I felt shy. I was like, this one, I don't even dress. Nothing. Oh, this girl will not say it's a dirty girl. Shy, she saw me washing. He went inside. We entertained him. Me, I went back to go and spray the clothes. I just took my bath, was something simple, and I came. I was feeling so shy. One day they say, are you sure you know this guy very well? This why you are very shy like this. I was like, yes, no, I've been telling you about him.
First time you met.
That was the first
Was that your intro?
Yes,
yes.
with my parents.
Yes. So
Yeah.
Introduction was the first time you met.
Yes.
I told myself that if the height is balanced, because that was the only last thing I saw now. Like that could be a factor. As if the height is what nobody is perfect, but if that's what I love, the height, then we are good to go. I told myself I would do introduction instantly, and that was is it no engagement? That's engagement.
Yes.
In our place you do.
Then
So I did engagement. I took them to a bar, eatery around. Then the sister, the one that is going inside now, the man of God, the other one that went outside, and who again? I think one of Grace, one of
yes, my mom's apprentice.
And there are 4 or 5. They went to a place. It was very far. So when in village now, you hardly go far before you see where to sit. I have to engage her. I knelt down and engage her. Like she was even shocked. Like I didn't even say, let me go and.
First day you saw her was the first day you proposed to her.
Yes, I engaged her, gave her my ring officially, and I came back December of that. Because I went in February or March, I think I remember. So and I came back December because of my business. Brought my parents immediately for.
Do you still chat with her on Facebook?
Now, yes, because sometime I might be in a meeting, I don't want to call, and sometime, maybe to be sincere, sometime I don't even not have a time. At that moment, the easiest way to communicate with her is Facebook and WhatsApp. But we chat mostly on WhatsApp. Even when we are home, if I want to communicate with her now, if I don't want to talk, I want something secret, I use WhatsApp mostly and Facebook. But WhatsApp is a frequent way of communicating now. So,
how long have you been married now?
Okay, we married last year, July, 25th of July last year. That is 2020. So this is a year and some months. This is October. Okay, how many months? I think 3 months or so. A year and 3 months. A year and 3 months now, by the grace of God.
Madam, let me ask you, how have you been enjoying? A year and a few months. How have you been enjoying it?
Okay, it's been an amazing journey. I actually married my friend. That is one thing, because we're planning on that point. I built friendship, because I know in marriage, when sex fails you, when every other thing fails, companionship will keep you guys together and to make you overcome differences. And me, I used to have hot temper very well. There was one time I changed it for you on phone. I was like, so before the marriage, I was like, God help me, I need to just calm down if I must make this marriage work and all that. So I would always say, if Jesus said to be in this situation, what would he do? So immediately I said, treasure, you're born again. So it calms me, it calms my nerves. I just keep calm. Even at times when he offends me, I try to say sorry. When he notices I've said sorry for his conscience, you're not gonna be sorry. I'm sorry too and all that. So since we got married, actually, we made it a habit not to let quarrel exceed
that's one of the
a
things
day.
I love about her. No matter the offenses, maybe that thing, that kind of offense. Let me say, don't they provoke? But she will just troop in sorry inside. One of the things she used to do, and she loved praying for me when I'm going out to work. She don't offend me now or the thing, that kind of anger, that level, that degree, So that's why I would, it's something that we need to learn. So we need to bring out means of communicating with your spouse or your husband or your wife, that no matter any problem, there will be no choice. Like that will be the fastest way of resolving it fastly. all right, this is what I mean. So if I'm going out, because since if I'm going out, like even though she's not doing a long prayer, she say, your day is blessed, your day is favored. I say amen, right? So
And they fight too.
so no, when we are not fighting, I say amen. But now this is where I'm going to. But any day we are fighting, like maybe she did something and I'm angry, she will still say that same prayer for you to know how.
When you have
and the kind of, and that's kind of things prayer wife I pray for now. When I say good home and peace, so she will still say your home is preserved. If either I'm the one that offend her, she's the one. She will be the one first one to say your home is preserved. I'm sorry, your day is blessed. Your day is fruitful. You are preserved from accident. So one spirit in me will be battling like. Amen.
Because you are giddy to say amen.
If I say amen, it will be resolved. You say amen means settled. So
you just go out, you come back.
I say amen. Whenever I say amen, so there will be that kind of peace, as if there's water that I will just experience. Then I'll be going to work with smile, with joy. Even my driving, everything will be sweet. When we were there, the only advice that my father-in-law gave me was, I know my daughter, she's a very good girl, everything. Which I know she go tell me now. Nobody go tell me now. I know that, but for him to say that, say, but just always be patient with her. You know, she's very caring. You know, but you do something now. You think, she's not. I mean, she's angry. Now she'll just come back and make you. You know, I said that day I know this. So that advice alone with my own, I have make me get stronger. So at the end of the day, I'm not even seeing if she have her hot temper again now. So I'm not even noticing that. Like
no more hot temper. Everywhere cool. Cool temper now.
Cool temper. How to make it, how to strategize. No, she's you can say she's a group chief operation officer of my company. You should know that when I say operation, operation is the heartbeat of any organization. She have that, as in she's the best gift I have. She's the best gift I can ask God, because I told myself, I know that I'm going to be great one day. You know, we are just starting, but I know that I know where I'm going to. So if you marry a bad wife, and I mean bad, it's not, you understand what I'm saying now, bros, no matter how wealthy you are, that peace will not be there. The man can even die on time or anything can happen. But I see that, no, I have courage to hustle now. You know, when you have problem in marriage, you know hustle. Your mind will not be, but now it's no hustle that I'm focusing, and she's one of the motivators I have to. So
okay, I'm going to ask you this final question. What's your pet's name for him?
Okay, my crown. Crown, because I don't see him like a gift. He completes me. I treasure him a lot. I know a crown beautifies a queen and all that, so I regard him as a royal personality in my life. He's an amazing friend, an adorable husband, a loving father. God, I'm sorry, I'm not exaggerating, don't mind me, but he hasn't made me regret the marriage, because some people will get married and they'll be regretting it. I told him it's not about the now. I so much believe in him and in his dreams and all that. Something happened when we were getting married. When I was to come shopping for our wedding after introduction, he was not actually having anything. All these things, they were not here then. So I wanted to nothing. There was I wanted to come. It was nothing. So he was being skeptical about my coming. This person I want to marry, you should not join. You don't want. So because me, I already.
When I mean nothing, no math.
Nothing. So I was like my spirit just told me, like I told you, I have a gift of knowing things. So I called him in the evening. I say, what is he trying to hide from me? Like even if it's Gary, he's soaking now. We soak it together. When we eat it together, the future we can enjoy together. That any lady that cannot be part of your now should not be part of your future. So I don't want to be with him when he has everything. We should build together. You know, say, why are you saying all this? I don't say you know what I'm saying. It's not for us. So long run, I came and all that. I said, oh, this is the reason.
I just discovered that it was even more. I was not free. You know, as a man, we have that ego now. This was still encouraging me as this one. And then I was battling with poverty. You know, I'm from a very humble background. I sponsor myself from the school.
Well, one thing again, sorry baby to cut you. In as much as we're not saying, I believe that couples who pray together, they stay together, hardly before anything would scare them apart, because even with my friends I cultivated a habit of us praying together even in school. So he would call me almost every day for not less than an hour. We talk every day. So I try, okay, we have this time to talk. Let's 12 midnight, let's convert it, even if it's 1 hour prayers. Let's pray almost every day for our relationship, for our business, for ourselves, vision, dreams, and all that. So we kept doing that. Even when I went home, my dad would always say, is it card people are wasting like this? I say, we are not wasting. We are investing into the future. And I take our time to pray for him, his business. I so much believe in his dream. That's so much things just changed, and
you know when I say boom,
he explode. Boah.
things changed, and it's been amazing. It's been amazing. So beyond physical attraction, beyond your emotional entanglements, just the God factor works for me.